So let's talk about adding new exercises. So when would you add a new exercise to a class? Well, when a preparatory exercise looks good. So let's break this down. What is good? What does looking good mean? Well, looking good for a Pilates exercise means that the abdominals are scooped in and up throughout the entire exercise. So the navel pulling in towards the spine, up towards the head, getting that hollow belly look and feel throughout the entire exercise. Once a student can hold on to that throughout the entire exercise, that's what's called looking good. So then what is a preparatory exercise? Well, it's one that leads up to it. So not in the order and not in arbitrary levels, beginner, intermediate, advanced, that sort of thing, but really an exercise that has the same intention as the one you want to add in, and also ones that use the same muscles in a very similar way. Once those exercises look good, when the student can keep that hollow belly, that Pilates abdominal scoop throughout the entire exercise, when the muscles recruited during the preparatory exercise are strong, stable, and they're completing the exercise well, then the student is ready for a new exercise. Which means that you as a teacher really need to understand what an exercise is. What does it do? What is the purpose behind it? What muscles is it recruiting? How is it using those muscles? What is it building muscle strength for? What is it leading up to? You need to know all of these things in order to add a new exercise. It's not just arbitrary, oh, let me add a new exercise because I'm bored or my students are bored. There has to be a reason for adding it. What is the goal? What is the goal of the exercise? What is the goal of your class? What is the goal of the student? What are they looking to get out of the class? Overall, what can Pilates do for the student? You need to know all of these things before adding in a new exercise. You have to look at the student in front of you. What do they need? What do they need today? Maybe the student could use that new exercise, but maybe today is not the day. Look at the student. Look at the student right now as you're teaching. What do they need? What does their body need today? Right now. And it's not about what can they do or what can they physically accomplish, but what do they need? There's a difference between the two. And as a teacher, you really have to focus on the needs, not the ability. Because classical Pilates isn't about fancy exercises. Now, sure, there are fancy exercises within classical Pilates, but that's not the point. The point isn't to accomplish fancy exercises. The point of classical Pilates is to build a well-rounded, balanced body. This is what classical Pilates is about. This is what the focus needs to be. So add in a new exercise for that ultimate goal, not just to do fancy exercises. So when do you add a new exercise? Well, if you watch your students, it'll become obvious.